5:25, time for Wellness Wednesday. Well, it turns out we are living longer than ever before, but we're also spending our older years in poorer health. A worldwide study published in The Lancet found since 1990, global life expectancy has risen from 65 years old to 74. But researchers say the extra years come at a cost. People are spending an average of 14% of their lives in poor health. The U.S. leads the world in the number of years spent living in poor health. Well, taking GLP-1 drugs for weight loss is linked to lower hospital admissions for alcohol abuse. Research published in the British Medical Journal shows people taking the drugs for weight loss or diabetes had a 60% lower risk of being admitted to a hospital for alcohol use disorders. The study's authors also say that the popular drugs could potentially be used to treat alcoholism. Women who experience pregnancy complications have a much higher risk of developing artery disease decades later. A University of Texas study found mothers who had gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, or preterm delivery had higher rates of developing peripheral artery disease later in life. The condition is linked to stroke, heart disease, and premature death. Americans are hanging out less than they used to, and it's not just the teenagers. New numbers show the drop-off is happening across every age group. Ivan Rodriguez has more.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics tracks how we spend our days, and its newest time use survey found Americans are now down to just 35 minutes a day socializing in 2025, compared to 41 minutes a decade ago.
15 years ago, the younger people, 15 to 24, they had some of the best mental health, and now they have some of the worst.
Meanwhile, Gallup finds teens are spending an average of nearly 5 hours a day on social media apps like TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. Time that used to go to people, now going to screens. Marissa Franco says it's almost like we're getting fed snacks of connection instead of getting fed an entire meal.
We're finding ourselves, especially these younger generations, are finding themselves looking to fulfill that need for connection and turning towards social media, which is giving them enough of a felt sense of a connection or even distraction from the underlying feelings of loneliness that they don't ultimately hit rock bottom enough to reach out and find connection.
Franco says the ultimate cost isn't only measured in minutes, it shows up in the body.
The most commonly cited statistic, chronic loneliness is as toxic as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, which is wild because who's smoking 15 cigarettes a day? But people are spending weeks on end feeling so lonely.
If there's one thing we can do for our mental and physical health, it's finding social connection, Franco says.
It is critical. It is the oxygen that we need.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.